Hi everyone, it's Diane from Boho Stamper. Welcome. Hope you all had a great weekend. Oh, thanks for stopping by this morning for some paper crafting fun. Yep, allergies are bad. We've been doing yard work, so as a matter of fact, if you hear tractors in the background, I apologize, but hubby's out there still doing some landscaping stuff, and sometimes it gets loud, but this is Sunday afternoon for me, so yeah, he's busy out there working still, if you want to call it work. I think, men, they like to ride around on their tractors and play. So, okay. Anywho, and excuse the ink. I do have ink all over my hands today because I've been trying to get caught up on some other projects I'm working on. Well, what do I have to tell you? I have to tell you, yep, if you're going to come to the June 21st card making workshop, please let me know so that I can make sure I have enough product ready for you. I have those cards underway. I'm actually getting everything cut for the third card that we were going to make. I was thinking about making a Father's Day card and then realized it's after Father's Day when we meet, so that's not going to work. The shopping code for June is here. I've kind of organized here my thank yous for the month of June. When you spend $50 or more with bohostamper.com's online Stampin' Up store, I'm going to share 50 sheets of assorted 6x6 papers. And I've tried to, I have so many papers I just want to share. I've tried to put some coordinating papers in here, and they're all different. Each pack that I'm making up is a little different. So, like, these go together, and these go together, these go together. Some glimmer paper or glitter, that was a specialty paper. I threw in some Halloween paper since that's coming up. So there's a few sheets of Halloween in each one. Some of the ombre papers, some of the little gingham checks, just a variety of papers. So that's for a $50 order. There's 50 sheets, and each one will be wrapped up. So I'll just pick a pack, and whatever's in it is in it. I'm afraid I can't really tell you. There's florals, like I said, Halloween. Not Christmas. I didn't put Christmas papers in there. Oh, and I think I just ripped my little bag. Darn. There we go. And then for a $100 order or more, I'm going to send you the 50 6x6 sheets and a pack of ladybug trinkets. And these are the little ladybugs. Aren't they cute? They're fun to add to just about, ooh, we have a big shadow up there today, huh? Any floral card that you're making. So, yes, those are my $100 order gifts along with the paper. What else? The new holiday mini catalog should be arriving to you shortly. You will be, if you're a customer, if you haven't shopped with Boho Stamper but you need a catalog, you'll need to reach out to me and I will work at getting one sent to you. You'll be able to start shopping that catalog beginning July 1st. And along with that begins Celebration July 1st. I can't show you the catalogs yet. Oh, I can show you the outside. So. Not allowed to show you the inside yet. So, mini catalog. And we'll be making some Christmas cards at our July workshop using a couple of the new sets out of here. And Celebration, where you get free stuff for every $50 of product that you order. And that's in addition to my demonstrator thank yous. So let's get started today. I think that's all I had to tell you. Yeah. So while I was getting things ready for our workshop on the 21st, it's been so hard to try to think up of different things to do. I was working on some ink blending, and I ended up, this is retired products for my sample card because I wasn't quite sure where I was going with this. I did do some ink blending, and then I embossed my panel. We used the Fern 3D embossing folder, so I'll have to shake the table up one time when we go to do that. We're going to get that ready first because that's going to have to dry. And then Nature's Prints for my best wishes and happy thoughts. And then the Nature Print dies to cut out our greeting. I do have a terrible glare. Oh, I didn't plan on what ribbon I was going to use for this. Because I don't have the new in color ribbons. I'll have to peek over there and see what I can grab real quick. And then my frame around our little piece of artwork is cut from the Fabulous Frames dies. Well, I had that one because I didn't know if I was going to use it. Yeah, so let's start first with our ink blending so we can get that embossed and allow it to dry. Mine, actually, I put it on while it was still a little bit wet, and it's kind of warpy on the inside. So I want that to dry before we glue it together. So the opening to this frame is, where did I put it? I put it on my blending sheet. 4 1/4 by 3. So if I cut my basic white to the exact same size, I ended up with a little bit of a gap along here, which didn't make me happy. So I cut this panel at 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Now it's still a little bit smaller than the frame, so I think what I'm going to do on this card is glue this to the back of the frame, and then we'll use dimensionals to pick the whole piece up instead of just our embossed panel. I think next time, if I'm going to adhere this flat and layer up my frame, I'm going to make my basic white, see, this is 5, 3 3/4 by 5, so I would probably go 3 5/8 by 4 7/8 maybe, just so that that frame would not leave a gap around there. That's my solution anyway. Then I got a piece of the DSP from this set. Sure she did. Where did that go? Oh, where did that foot? Oh, if you were here on Friday and I looked all over for some, what was I looking for anyway? Some green dots or something. I looked everywhere. I was going nuts and they were sitting right beside me. Sun Prints Designer Series paper, and this is part of that suite that we're using with the Nature's Prints. And I started this out with Starry Sky, but I really preferred it on the Night of Navy, so I went with the Night of Navy card base. Let's do some blending. Get my scrappy paper out here. Hopefully I'm not going to blur the camera up too much. I'm going to blend with Pacific Point, Starry Sky, and Night of Navy. So let's see how this one works. I'm going to start with Pacific Point, obviously. That's my lighter color, and I'm using my blending brushes, getting ink loaded into my brush and tapping it off a little bit on my paper and starting to swirl it on my basic white cardstock. If you see little swirl marks, oh, I forgot I am going to shake it while I do this. So apologies. When you see little swirl marks, don't despair. The ink does blend into your paper rather smooth, and so that will kind of all smooth out in the end. I like to use even my lightest color pretty much across the whole paper, because I'm going to go for a blend. I'm not really trying to make like an ombre look or anything. You need to decide if your front of your card is going to be landscape or portrait first. And I'm doing landscape, so I'm going to keep my lightest section down in one corner and then darken it diagonally up towards the top left. That's just, I like to go from bottom right to top left. I'm going to move into Starry Sky. Leaving a little bit of that Pacific Point light down on the bottom. I'm just using a dry baby wipe here to hold this so that I don't get fingerprints all across my inky paper. And I like to use just a light hand. I can always add more ink. You can't take it away. So, although it is going to alter. When we get done here, you're going to see. We're going to alter these colors a little bit. I'll darken this up a little bit up here before I add my Night of Navy. Shaking this up too bad? I hope not. Start bringing in Night of Navy, and this will be my top left actually. I'm going to bring down into my Starry Sky. Sorry, lost my train of thought there for a minute. I am going to kind of go over the whole card because I want everything to be cohesive and blend together. I want this darker up here though, so I might have to get it black. I might need to add a little bit to make it dark. Yep, because that's just not going as dark as I want it to be. And let me see, I was using, oh, you know what, I wonder if gray would work. Because I'm going to use Memento. Some basic gray. See if we can get that darkened up a little bit. My poor green brush I'm throwing everywhere. All right. This is my gray and black one. Some of my little, oh, that's brown. Some of my little rings fell off. That's green. Now I can't tell what colors are on here. Well, I see brown, so I can use this one for gray and black. Okay. So let's try some basic gray up here. See if we can, oh, that's good. Yep. Get that darkened. What I really wanted to use on here was some, we used to have shimmer mist, but Stampin' Up! Doesn't have that anymore, so we're going to do something a little different. And I'm adding back in some Night of Navy to blend out my gray. And then I can blend in some more Starry Sky and work my way back down to my lightest color. Starry Sky is pretty. It's got a purple tint to it. And then a little more Pacific Point down in the corner. Yay, and that's blending together really pretty. I like that. So now what we want to do, and I don't know, I kind of was wondering, you know, I've used Distress ink pads by Tim Holtz, and I know the oxides, when you spray them with water, they will leave watermarks. And I didn't know if that would happen with our ink. And it does. The problem I had with my original one was that after I did my spritzing, I tried to do some big water drops and I made it big blobs. And I didn't really like that. It's not what I was after. And I don't know if you'll be able to see the little speckled spots on here, but I love it. It looks like little teeny tiny stars. While it's still damp, I'm using my Fern embossing folder. I'm going to lay this across here because I'm doing a landscape. And get it to not stick to my fingers. I guess I'm shaking you up all over the place today. I really was trying to avoid that. Let's put this through with some Fern design then. And look how pretty. Can you see? I love how that ink blended. And the little spots in there are just pale enough that, I don't know, it makes a bit of a difference. So that's what we need to set aside to dry. You can experiment with that a little bit if you like and add some more larger blobs of water. And you know, if you can see on my original one, like it took out quite a bit of lighter space wherever my water did big drops. All right, so let's do our greeting while that sits and dries. Get this out of the way. Put my brushes away. Oh, not the blue one. We need that. No, I can put it away. I have time. Getting mixed up on what dates our workshop is. So I'm stamping Best Wishes and Happy Thoughts. I will use, I'm going to use Night of Navy because that's my card base color, onto a basic white scrap. Doesn't have to be straight because I'm die cutting this out. Where'd you go? Doesn't fit back in my case. I don't know where I took it out from. There we go. That's better. And then, where did I put the little die that I just showed you? There it is. And that is out of the Fern dies, the Nature's Prints dies. And, ooh, I better close that before I stick my hand in it. I already have enough ink on my fingers today. everybody's doing good. Yeah. Hope you're having some nice weather. Good grief, we're having rain, rain, rain. I know other parts of the country are probably wishing they had what we're getting. And although I know that it's good for the planet, I'd really like to see some sunshine. Today's not too bad. It's cloudy, a little breezy, warm, humid. We were supposed to have a lot of storms today, but I think we got them yesterday. We weren't supposed to get them yesterday. I don't know. It's all weird. All weird. Every once in a while the sun breaks out and makes you want to do a happy dance and then it goes away. Put my die away so I don't lose it. And we can start planning our little layout here. Oh, I didn't get a ribbon, did I? Oh, geez, maybe I don't need one. Let's see. It's going to go on here. Oh. There's not really an upside to this. Although, if you look at it, the way I cut my paper, this is darker up here and lighter down here. That'll kind of go with my little piece of artwork. And the frame will be on there. Best wishes and happy thoughts. So do I need a ribbon? I don't know that I want to hide all that. It's too pretty. Yeah. So let's put the designer series paper onto our card base. I mean, the embossing and the ink on that came out really nice. I don't know that I want to cover it up with a big piece of ribbon. May add just a couple of little matte dots. Have oh, I did get ink on me anyway. Yep. I have the old these were the 2022 in color, so I know that's Misty Moonlight, but it's really close. And it might, those might look nice on there too. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of glue around the back of the frame, keeping it towards the inside opening. I'm going to put that on my silicone mat so that I don't get glue all over my cardboard here. And I had my fine tip glue somewhere. Oh, there it is. Hiding behind my water. Anxious for my other stuff to come because I've been using my same stamp sets here out of the new annual catalog for how long? Ready to change it up a little. Did get glue on there. Darn it. It's still a little bit damp, so hopefully this will lay down nice and flat when I get it on there. Okay, so now to put our frame onto the card front, we can either use foam adhesive strips, or if you have left over, and hopefully you save them and don't throw away. I've been using them, so now I probably don't have any left from your dimensionals. If you save all of your outside borders once all of the dimensionals are gone, well, I guess I have used most of them up on my last few cards. Let's see which one. Oh, this one's getting down there pretty far. The skinny edge that goes along here is the perfect size that fits inside of this frame. Perfect size. Oh, and since I've glued my embossed panel onto the frame. I guess I can use these wider ones. My original card that I made, remember I popped up the frame, but I left this flat, so I was trying to keep my dimensional strips hidden behind my frame so you couldn't see anything. I do have to put some on the back here since I've decided to make my whole frame pop up. Get that out of the way now. Yeah, I'm going to have to try another one and make my basic white sheet that I'm blending my ink on. I would want it to be just inside the frame, but maybe a little larger than the opening. This one's pretty close to the opening size, so I didn't leave myself very much room to adhere that flat. Isn't that pretty to make a card just with ink and embossing folder? Look how pretty that came out. And there are some really pretty embossing folders. Stuck to my finger, I can't get it off. I thought maybe I was going to be a Fern forever. Okay. Done playing with all that sticky stuff now. Boy, those colors went together really well. I'm kind of happy I added that gray up in the corner too and darkened it up a little bit. Oh, I love it. I love it. Maybe we'll put this on the bottom right for a switch up, huh? A switcheroo. So I don't want to lay it flat. I might because I've already added dimensionals to this one. So I may need to just lay this flat onto the embossed panel. Let's use our Tombow. We want to use liquid glue because the embossed panel has left little nooks and crannies on our paper. And sometimes sticky tape just doesn't cut the mustard there. Oh, I really, really like that ink blended together like that. Oh, Pacific Point, Starry Sky, Night and Navy, and Basic Gray. That's really a nice blend. And see, you can't see any of those little swirl marks that we were originally making with our brush because it just blends into the paper. And then adding those little water splatters made the little spots. See, my paper's still damp underneath though, so my glue is going to be a little difficult. These are pretty. We'll use the Starry Sky matte dots on this one. I think I'm just going to use the teeny tiny ones. Oh. There we are. And I wanted to make my card into a birthday card. Obviously, you can add whatever message you want to add on the inside. This is a pretty basic greeting. So I just reached around and grabbed something with a birthday sentiment, and I grabbed Boho Indigo that says a bunch of birthday love to you. And let's use the Night of Navy again, since I like to keep my stuff a little matchy-matchy. Whoops, that's kind of small. You know, Stampin' Up! Goes to a lot of work to make all of our colors match up nice, so why would I want to ruin that, huh? Where are all my inserts? I just cut a whole bunch. I know I didn't make that many cards yesterday and today. Been busy up here, but I didn't make that many. Ooh, push that in there a little too hard. That'll make a mess. I didn't tap, tap, tap. Better. When you push your stamp down into your ink pad, the ink will go in between your font, and that's what's going to make a lot of your smushies, your smear marks that you don't like. So when you tap, tap, tap your ink pad into the, or your stamp into the ink pad, that ink is only sticking to the raised parts of your stamp, and you avoid your smearing, your smushes. Easy this card was to make, but it looks so pretty. You know, blending brushes have always been a favorite of mine. I was so excited when Stampin' Up! Did add them to their product line, because I had some that I had gotten in kits from other companies and stuff, and just use them all the time. So I enjoy the brushes much more than with sponge daubers or the little makeup brushes or whatever you might, or makeup sponges, things like that. The brushes, I think, just give such a nice clean blend. And remember to go back over your inks and kind of blend them in a little bit more. Remember, I did light, medium, dark, and then I worked my way back down, adding more ink on top of the previous one, and it just blends. So pretty. So that's it for today. That was quick. Oh my goodness, that's only like 30 minutes. But I appreciate you stopping by to make a card, and have a wonderful week. Remember, let me know if you are interested in coming to the workshop on the 21st or July 19th. July 19th is the Christmas workshop. We'll make Christmas cards. So, until then, and then if you're not busy, stop back Friday and we'll do some other paper crafting fun. Bye, everyone. Thanks.